Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Doctor Stone Season 1, Episode 25 or 24. This is the finale of Season 1. I will say I did hear like the title or whatever of next season is Stone Wars, which I pretty much assumed that we're going to be wrapping things up this season, and then next season's going to be, or at least some of it will be about the fight against Tsukasa. I was gonna say like having only one episode, I feel like it's gonna be like too rushed anyway. So that's my assumption based off hearing the next one's called Stone Wars. But yeah, I think that's what it's called anyway. Um, but yeah, anyway, regardless, we finished the phone seemingly. I can't wait to see more of it. I want to see how it works and everything. Like, because I talked about how is it going to be more like walkie talkies where it like broadcasts over a frequency, or are they going to somehow have phone numbers that they call? I don't know. I'm curious to see how it functions and what it looks like because we saw the microphone. I think it was that someone was making. It might have been I'm not sure who was making it, but either way, the microphone looked really big. So I'm wondering how big and bulky this phone is going to be. I mean, obviously, it's going to be bigger than a smartphone or even like the old phones that were like big bricks. I imagine it's going to be even bigger than that. So, I mean, they're working with Stone World technology or like equipment and everything. So either way, I'm really excited to see it and see how they decided to end the season because I don't know how long of a gap there was between this and what comes next. So if it is very long, then I'm gonna feel bad for the people that were like, oh, we prepped all up for it. Luckily, I get to go straight into it. So, but anyways, guys, let's get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Yeah, she did it. Nice. Why can't I remember her name? That's who I thought it was, and I honestly, for some reason, her name was slipping my mind because I'm stupid and sometimes just randomly forget names that I should know. Let's go back to my first episode notes. No, it wasn't first episode that we ran into them. It was a few episodes. Kohaku. Duh. I have a lot of names in my head, guys. I watch a lot of shows. And I started a new show. I just started the newest season of My Hero. So I just refreshed my brain with like 20 more names. We're not going to get this opening again, probably. We'll be changing the song next season, I imagine. Infinite distance. I don't. Is it infinite? Is it though? A little bit of progression shots. Is that whole thing it? So what part of that do you have to carry with you, or is it all of it? These people are going to be so blown away. Okay, so that whole thing is one of them. They're gonna have to set up like a. So you're probably not gonna be able to be like running around while doing it, but you can have like two outposts that each have a phone in them. Cool. Like demonstrate how it works. It's like an advanced version of the cups with strings. That's what I was talking about. So romantic. It like doesn't work or something. Do you hear it? You fool. She was still blushing though. It's literally a speaker. Yeah, what does she know about speakers? I thought she meant like speaker as in like a person speaking. What? What? That's gotta come from something, right? That's gotta be beekeeper, speaker, or something. Or is it a what? Is this a story? Huh. Interesting. Huh. Is there like a secret in his grave? Sacrilege. Ah. So they sealed stuff in concrete that could still work? Wait, you might break the stuff inside! Oh, he knows what's in it already. Something glass inside. I wonder, could it be like a cell phone with a video on it, maybe? What is it? A record? Yeah, okay. Oh shit. They have to make a record player. That's crazy. Not just his father, but all of your ancestors, too. No. Awesome transition. Record. Hella lit. I never really knew how you made a record. That's really cool. Nice. He got in by luck. And the girl that was into music that like paid to go up there, she probably wasn't super science, right? I imagine. Oh, nice. Awesome seeing them again. I wasn't sure what we were gonna see in this finale, but I'm already. Oh, this show's such a damn masterpiece, man. I can't get over it. The pod that came down, nice. I love that. I'll talk about it in the discussion. Nice. Oh shit. I mean, making a record that will last 10,000 years for your descendants is a lot cooler than just having a ring, in my opinion. They all say something? Or were they just testing it? Cool. I like that shot, switching between. Fantastic. Nice. Oh, I'm excited to hear it. Nice. It's so cool, man. Damn it, Byakuya. I'm tearing up here. uh, is she gonna sing? Oh, they're gonna. They never had music, really, right? Unless people. Maybe they passed down singing in their culture. Cool. Oh, this is amazing. I didn't think this show could get even better, and it did. Nice. They're like, I don't understand this language. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So fucking good, man. Oh, they know who it is. There is. Yep. Nice. A little bit Dragon Ball. It's great. It's great. Talk about having something to fight for, right? Yep. Yes! Oh, we haven't seen them in so long. No, listening in. I mean, they have to already know, right? Seeing some of their fighters. You know. You fool. Definitely hyping it up. There it is, Stone Wars. Awesome. Sweet. Goddamn. What a great episode. This show, I shouldn't say any words of doubt ever, because this show has continued to impress me, right? But to go back on exactly what I just said, I'm concerned about the Stone Wars because I still want to see, like, I still like the science stuff, but I have faith in this show that what they show me is gonna be extremely entertaining. So, goddamn, like, I noticed when she said speaker, right? And I just assumed she was like, it's like a speaker, like maybe they knew of, because speaker can also mean, like, you know, speaker of the house, like someone that speaks in front of people. I thought that's kind of how she was using the word. But then when they pointed it out, I was like, oh, okay, there's something more to that. And it was a story that now it's funny that I guess I guess they didn't want people going and excavating it early before Senku could be there to listen to it. Because if you take it out of the stone like 2,000 years earlier, maybe it would degrade and wouldn't be worth anything anymore. Oh, cool. That's a cool little like after thing. Season 2 confirmed, of course. Man, that'd be depressing if Season 2 wasn't confirmed, right? That is it, guys, for episode 24. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I was trying to think to myself why they made the story like a story. Why not just make the tale be like what it is, right? Like, hey, inside the headstone of this is a thing to use in the future, right? But like I said, if someone opened that tombstone first before Senku was there, then it wouldn't have worked out. But so they made it a riddle, so that way the only person that, or you know, I guess I wonder if they knew back then when they made that story that the only person that could figure it out was Senku, right? I don't know. I guess it makes sense, but because I was trying to think about how it made sense, right? But I think it does. I don't think I really. I mean, I can go into my thoughts on it. Basically, the key word to that was speaker, right? That's what they first started the thought process. Um, and then knowing that 14 is Japanese for what was it? Shit, now I can't even remember. Damn it! Either way, I'm not gonna try to remember exactly how it was, but my point is a lot of that information might not have been passed down through the children enough, right? Like a lot of the adults had passed away, and there was just like a lot of the children were left due to like illness and everything. Um, and they probably assumed that no one would figure out that tale's mystery until Senku came along. And obviously, the more it's passed down, the less people understand what like a speaker is and stuff like that. So, either way, regardless, it worked out, and I understand why they had to have it be kind of like a riddle. But that's really cool how it worked out, and figuring that out, and them leaving this time capsule is really neat. Like, I didn't know what to expect out of this episode being like the finale, but knowing we're not getting the wars, but the phone is already done, so like what are we gonna see and everything, and it just blew me away. Like I'm probably gonna go start watching a reaction to the first season now after this, and go through it again, and then I'll probably be have rewatched it through a reaction by the time I watch the next episode. Most likely I'll probably just binge through it, and see what some other people think of the show, because I don't know, maybe it's just me, but this is one of my favorite shows in a long time. Like, it's so impressively good, it's ridiculous. And just when I think like I'm understanding their storytelling, and I'm like, okay, so I get it now, and I'm not bored of it, not even in the slightest, but like I don't think that they can surprise me anymore, because I like understand the way it goes, and what to expect from the show. And then we get an episode like this that flips it all on its head, and it shows me something that I never could have even thought existed, and it's just amazing, and I love it. Um the only thing I could say that maybe could be better is if they teased this tale earlier on, like they said the tale, but just no one thought much of it until now, and then like this last episode they realize it, and maybe we could have figured it out earlier on, but it doesn't really matter, because it was like the 14 was like a Japanese reference, I believe, which I wouldn't have understood anyway. So, but sometimes I like when they tease things earlier on in the show, and then you get to see it later, and like you understand what they were teasing, right? And if you're smart enough, maybe you could figure it out. But I mean, that's a very minor thing. This episode was phenomenal, and honestly, it was so good. Maybe I don't want it to change in any other way because maybe that would ruin it. So, um, but yeah, we had a record made out of glass, which is really cool. I never really understood how records were made, but um, so man, yeah, you had to make a record like so people singing on a record, you actually had to like sing into the microphone and it made the record as you sang. So no like editing, no cutting. If you made a mistake, you just had to start a new record, right? That's pretty crazy, right? I think anyway, unless it was something you could do to somehow edit, I don't know. But and by that I mean I don't know if you can like find where like on the disc uh the mistake was made and can you like seal it and then start again over it. I don't know if that's even possible, but either way, very cool, informative, and just heart-wrenching too, like hearing the voices again, seeing everyone's reaction to it. Like I'm just imagining that kind of like awe and amazement again. Like it brings me back to my childhood days when I, first got into video games and I got into like World of Warcraft for the first time and running around such like a big world. It was like one of the first MMOs I had ever played. So like just running around this massive world just kind of felt awe-inspiring like that too. And like his dad talking to his son from thousands of years later and everything, like just it was so good. I was tearing up. If it would have went on, it's another one of those situations where if it would have went on a tiny bit longer, I actually would have had tears rolling down my face, but I actually had to wipe the tears out of my eyes because it got me good. Like this episode and the flashback episode when they like found the graves and everything, that one was got me too, and all that. So man, it's just so good that it can like hit me on this much of an emotional level, make me laugh, and like teach me science, and it's all so enjoyable. It really is. But talking about bringing Taiju and Yuzuriha back, I actually remembered her name without having to sit there and think about it for 10 minutes. Is great. I can't wait to see them again. They seem pretty excited. I'm glad we got to see a shot of them. Like, it never really I never really like imagined it would come to the point where they would like turn and believe in Tsukasa's cause, but they are being watched, which I already assumed they have to know that if they know Senku's alive, then they gotta know that Taiju and Yuzuriha aren't on their side. So I don't think it really matters that they're being watched too much, right? And it's not like it's anyone's surprise that the war is coming up. So even if she did hear him say like, "We're gonna see you soon, Senku," or whatever it was, however he worded it, it's not like it's gonna be anything that crazy. But with only having two phones, that's gonna give like two vantage points to go after. It's gonna be really interesting how they use it, and I think that's like the most exciting thing for me is seeing how they tactically use the numbers they have with these phones to win, right? Versus the ever-growing numbers of Tsukasa's army. And once again, I really wonder what kind of fight is it going to be? Like, are we just going to be killing people? I mean, it is a war. It's such a light-hearted show in a lot of aspects. I can't imagine people actually just, like, murdering each other, right? But I feel like it has to happen because they don't have, like, a big prison that they can like capture people and lock them in to try to be like these good people or whatever, right? So I feel like there is gonna be some death. So we'll see. The show has continued to surprise me, as I've said a million times, and we'll see how they do it. But amazing first season. Not surprised they got approved for a second season. I understand why, like, almost when this was coming out, almost every reaction channel I saw was doing it. And I was like, someday I really need to watch that show. Like it seems like it's pretty big since all of these channels are watching it. So yeah, I get it now, because I am, God, so in love with the show. Like I said, this episode and really all the episodes, I've been itching to go and watch a reaction, but I know as soon as I do, I'm gonna be like dying to watch the next episode and watch a reaction to the next episode, because I record reactions, but I also love going and watching them. Like it's almost all I watch in my spare time. Like I've started recently like taking a break from it and going and watching some or rewatching some shows. Like I'm rewatching Supernatural. I've rewatched Walking Dead recently and White Collar, and stuff like that. Just rewatching some Netflix shows and stuff in my own time. But for like a while, I just binged reactions. Um, it's what started me with this channel and everything. So, but anyway, yeah, I've been trying to hold off on watching a reaction, but I think after this episode, I really want to like go watch all of season 1, and then maybe I'll wait till the end of season 2 and then continue the reaction, whoever's I choose to watch. Um, but but yeah. Anyway, so good. Can't get over it. Can't say it enough. Oh, that's right. There was something in the episode I said I'll wait till discussion to talk about this. It was, I like that it shows kind of the intelligence of Senku versus the intelligence of even those astronauts and stuff, is the fact that they had to salvage parts in order to make the record player. But Senku, like, manufactured everything by the hand, like he started from nothing. So it's so much more impressive what Senku has done. And maybe if they didn't have the parts to salvage, maybe they could have figured it out too. I don't want to dismiss their intelligence, right? It's very possible they could have figured it out, but I do very much like the idea that just Senku is so good that he's able to like build all this stuff just out of nothing, whereas they had to take parts from the pod and everything and all that. But I do like the ingenuity of that, of like using the razor or the trimmers that he had, using the motor and that and all that. That was really cool too. So, and I like the fact that you saw his facial hair was a little bit more grown by the time they finished working on that, because they had to take apart his razor. So that's really fun too. Granted, I don't know how he kept a charge on that whole time, but whatever. Maybe they had some kind of way to charge it. I mean, they were there right after the turn, right? So technically they could probably find generators and have electricity and everything. We didn't we saw their camp, but hell, they could just walk into, if they ended up going to like a civilized area or something like that, then they could have just found a generator and charged some stuff up or something like that. Or maybe it runs off batteries and they just found some batteries or something, They had so much to use and everything when the world like just turned, so. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for me. Cannot wait to start the next season. First season was amazing. Like I said, little worried about it being like Stone Wars and everything, but everything's so tactical in this show, the way they fight and the way like Senku thinks 10 moves ahead and all that. I'm looking forward to seeing how he utilizes that brain in a battlefield situation rather than just and Gen and all that too, with him being, the mentalist and all that. It seems like it'll be pretty fun versus like Tsukasa, who seems to be smart but also like mainly just tries to brute force things. But I think he will have some strategy and stuff too, because we got to remember that he's smart. In the beginning, he figured out like exactly where Senku was going, and figured out that because he was going that direction, he was making gunpowder and all that he figured out early on. So I think it'll be a pretty fun battle to watch. So I wonder if we're still gonna have some science stuff going on too, or if it's gonna be mainly like a season of war and all that. But we'll see. Thank you guys so much. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Link in the description to my Patreon, where you can get 2 more episodes ahead of time right now. If you're interested, check that out. And there's also Patreon shows where you can get shows that aren't even released to my YouTube yet. Check that out if you're interested. and links should also be popping up on the screen. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye bye.